Hi, I'm Kiefer Moore, and you're listening to That Wrexham Podcast.
Today on That Wrexham Podcast, we have got the Lion King himself, serial promotion winner, Andy Cannon. Welcome, mate.
Pleasure. Nice to be on.
Before we get into it, yesterday we were viewing, and on the side of his trunk, he had a lion bar stuck to it. Can you tell us about it?
On the trunk?
On his skip trunk.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was just stuck above my place, wasn't it? For ages. Yeah. So I think it was a good half season. There was a lion bar above my peg, so every time I want to get changed, so the game, I just kept on seeing a lion bar above my place.
So somebody had taken the chocolate out of the lion bar and sellotaped it straight above your peg, right?
Yeah. Do you actually know who that was?
No, still don't know. Who was it? Was it you?
Yeah.
Was it?
I just left it though. We kept winning, so I thought, just leave it.
You've got to explain it for everybody that's listening, right? And they don't have a clue what the lion is about, right? So please try and explain it in as much detail as you can.
I don't want to go into detail.
It's about it.
So I was commuting when I first signed, obviously, to Wrexham, so I was still up in like Yorkshire ways. And then I'm going over a national speed limit road over the tops. It was pitch black. Basically, what everyone did was put the 50p in and change every bit of my story, which I said. So they said that I seen it on the M56. So that never happened, right? So I'm there, and I'm going over, and everyone's going to think I'm balmy again. But I'm adamant by it. So we're driving, there's a queue up, loads of traffic, and I'm thinking, what's this? So I'm going slow, and then there was like a van with like a bit of a cage on the back, and obviously that's where I seen the lion on the road. But everyone's like, it was 100%, and I thought this is going to be on the news, and everyone else has obviously bottled it by saying it, and I'm left to look stupid because I'm the only one who's come out and said it.
So, hold on. It wasn't in its cage, yeah?
No.
It was loose on the road.
Yeah, it escaped, so they was obviously trying to get it back in the cage. But this is what I mean. Everyone's thinking I'm daft.
Even the detail, male or female?
It was a female. No, you can tell. No, because the males have all like the big hair and
The mane, it's got the mane. And it didn't have the mane.
No, so
and it was
a
just
female.
prowling.
I'm telling you now, it was not a dog. If a dog's that side, it needs. It's not a premature.
Can you remember when he came in and he was telling the story? We were literally crying. Everyone was crying.
It was like your first day, wasn't it? And I was like, nah. I told Rob Linton on the way in. I said to him, Rob, I got something to tell you last night. And he was like, what? I said, I was driving. I told him. And he was like, really? So he was like buying into it. You know what? Believing me. I thought, oh yeah, nothing's going to get said. So I've walked in at breakfast, haven't I? And the next minute I was like, oh no. Why is it coming? I seen you get your camera thing out. I was like, oh no, what's going on?
Do you know why? Because Rob came sprinting up to me and he went, Fozzie, listen to this. Listen to this.
He did it to everyone.
We were going, no, he hasn't said that. Yeah, he honestly thinks it's a lion, a female lion.
Yeah.
So there was no other, there was no news about it, right? It didn't make Wrexham news. It didn't make any kind of worldwide news or anything like that. A loose lion, no?
No, so I'm just left to look stupid, aren't I?
But you stand by it.
I'm 100% adamant by it, yeah. And no one's changing my mind of it. Everyone thinks, oh yeah, he's stupid. I'm just thinking, no, 100%.
It's class. It's a class story, I think.
I think it's the best start to a podcast I've ever had. It's phenomenal.
It is. Obviously, you were coming over from, was it York Way?
Yeah, York.
Is that where you lived? Because you were at Hull, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously, when you left Hull at 26. They were in the Championship, and obviously you've come here.
Yeah.
And now you're back in the Championship again.
Yep.
I mean...
Some journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible. So basically, long story short, I met the gaffer when Wrexham had York away the night before, and when I went speaking to him and stuff like that, he was just planned out what the club could do, and everything that he said.
He didn't say back to
well,
no chance.
He didn't say that, but he said if we go up this year, he said we've got a very good chance of next year, and then he says everything that we can end up building to get to League One, we can have a shot again. So he never actually said back to back, but he did give the licence of basically saying we could get to the Championship in as quick as possible, because I think there was a 5-year plan, wasn't there? Yeah. If I remember right. Did you ever have that conversation?
Never.
Or no? So yeah, there was. I think it was like roughly.
And when you
5-year
signed, when you saw the other players that were already in the team, in the squad, did you just look around and think, you know what, like, how are we in the National League here?
Yeah, definitely. Especially like people like El. I've played against El quite a lot over the years before that, and I remember obviously like looking around, like obviously Toes, Fardy, and other players, and I was thinking these players are too good for this league. So as soon as you're looking around and you're seeing the players, like Fardy beat me in the playoffs, didn't he? In League One. So you know what I mean. When I'm looking around, I was thinking, how are these in the National League? So.
I remember Andy signing and thinking, like, because you played against us with Stockport before, and you were the sitting midfielder, and I thought, this is the man we need to kind of just get us
dictate
promoted.
it,
Yeah. But I mean, even like talking about the back-to-back-to-back there, Andy's done back-to-back-to-back-to-back.
It's ridiculous.
He's done 4 successive promotions.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
So, I mean, it's part of the club now, is, you know,
Mate,
can't write off another one.
In world football, there are literally like a handful of people that have done that, and most of them play for Wrexham or have played for Wrexham, because it's just never been done before. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, am I right in saying as well did you sign the day before the King came to visit?
Yeah. But I didn't travel to Eastleigh. I think you had Eastleigh on the Saturday, didn't?
Yeah.
So I was just obviously going back and then just sorting some stuff out over the weekend and then coming on Monday. So yeah, I think the King came on Friday or something the day after.
Yeah, it was mad.
Welcome to Wrexham, mate. Oh, by the way, King's come.
I literally seen a picture on Instagram the day after and I was like, the King's at the ground, like what? Mad, isn't
it? That's as bonkers as a club gets.
But
really.
it sounds bonkers. But like when you look at it now, and like I'm not belittling how famous the King is or anything like that, but you're talking that kind of level of people all over the place now, like Hollywood A-listers that everybody knows about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are turning up to Wrexham games kind of every month or so, aren't they?
Yeah, crazy. Obviously, the well-noted one is Channing at L's 30th. Channing Tatum turned up and we had a good night with him. And,
Is he a good lad, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, real funny. You know what I mean? He was just like everything. You know what? You thought, oh no, he ain't gonna be like that. He probably was. He was like,
yeah. Can he
few-
put him away?
Yeah. Yeah, he could.
He
Yeah,
can dance as well.
Oh yeah, he can dance. He can drink. Everything.
Does
that
anyone try to
you know
dance
what I
like
mean?
it?
Better be careful what I say.
Don't worry.
Put it this way, a few lads had the top off with him anyway.
Nah, come on.
I've seen the pictures of that.
So yeah, no, that was a good night. You know, when you wake up the next day and you're like, did that really just happen?
Have you got any pictures?
Yeah.
Can we borrow one of them, one of the sensible ones, just to show him in full flow? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think some of the other lads will have some better ones than what I did. I tend to keep my phone away. I don't really want a video of him with his top off, to be honest with you. But
You sure? I think it might have. Obviously, like, so now, obviously, you're out injured, and you've just, tell us about your injury.
Yeah, it's just a mad one, isn't it? I think it's the one which everyone dreads in football. You know, like when you wear ACL. As soon as I heard a pop, I knew it was bad, and I was on the floor just trying to get up, you know, like straight on my leg because it was a bit bent on the floor, and I couldn't move it at all. I generally thought my leg was facing the other way. To be honest,
was it a tackle? Was it a slip or slide or what?
I was just running. The ball was coming bouncing, and then as soon as it bounced, I just like landed heavy on my leg, and I just heard the pop, and I've like jumped up a little bit, and then as I was on the floor, I was just like, oh, that felt a bit weird, and then the pain kicks in about 10 seconds after.
Right, do you think a lot of people, when they do their ACL, because a lot, for me, happen in games, right? Is it because the adrenaline makes you do stuff that you just you can't replicate that in training in the week, can you?
No, yeah, the adrenaline's a funny thing, innit? It can get you through so much, but I'd say about 10 seconds after I was on the floor, that's when everything started kicking in, and it's just when I tried moving my leg, I was obvious. So like, just straighten it, and then I was like, why can't I straighten it? And then that's when I started like, oh, I think it's snapped. I didn't know it was like, you know what I mean, not snapped. I just genuinely thought my leg was facing the other way.
Andy's got massive legs as well. He's got massive legs, and I thought, because some people you hear actually, they do their ACL genuine and they can carry on, because they're so strong.
I know, it just sort of carries the weight of it and carries like the muscles too strong for it to affect it.
You played with yours, no?
I was playing for a good 3 or 4 months with it snapped. I didn't know it was snapped. And I haven't got particularly big legs or anything, but the certain bits and bobs must be in place that it could just carry it through. I was getting little pains and it was swelling and stuff like that, but when you hear that news that your ACL's gone and it's going to be 6, 9, 10 months, it's a horrible feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. I was at I didn't want my kids to see me, you know, like at home, obviously not being able to move and that, so I was at Jimmy's, James McLean's house.
You stayed there for a bit?
Yeah, I stayed there for, like the couple of nights because I didn't want like my kids to be looking at me like, why can't he move? You know what I mean? Like when you're playing with them and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, when they're telling you to play with them, I can't play anymore. You know what I mean? Like I can't get up, I can't move, because then they get a bit confused, like if you're in a big knee brace or whatever. So I stayed there and I found out the news when I was with Jimmy.
It's hard though, isn't it, that? Because like you say there, you're going home to your kids and you're the invincible one, you're the footballer to them. You're the one who's always like available in the garden.
Yeah.
And then to go and kind of face them.
Yeah.
This
is the thing that people don't see. This is the side of football that fans will never see, and why you can't expect them to see it as well. That you are sometimes just this machine. You're rolled out on a Saturday afternoon and you perform, and that's what you do. All right, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Really, in all honesty, you're a human being. You're a family man. You're a dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a husband, boyfriend, whatever it is. That's you 99% of the time. For that 1 little percent of the time, they see you, so they don't fathom all that pain that you go through as well, do they?
Yeah. No, 100%. It's like you got kids, aren't you? You know what I mean? Like you're on the sofa, they pull you up, they just want to play with you and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden obviously the little one's 3 and the other one's 7. So at the time, it's the 7-year-old would probably understand it a bit better than the 3-year-old. The 3-year-old doesn't understand it. So when you're there and she's trying to drag you up and you're like, oh no, I can't do it, and then they're looking at you like, oh, have I done something wrong? They look a bit confused, you know what I mean? So I didn't want them to see me through that stage, like the first couple of days. So obviously when I seen it, it's the first time I've ever seen Jimmy actually be nice to me that day that I found out the news, to be honest with you. So.
I want to picture this now. Was Jimmy tucking you into bed? Whether it was true.
Well, Erin, his missus, got me some food one time. And then I was like, with the plate, Jimmy, take it. And then as soon as I did it, I was ready to say goodbye. And he caught what I was doing. So that didn't go down well. He was like, yeah, stay there.
See, you're quick at nibbling at stuff sometimes. James McLean, oh my God, he just flies 0 to 110 like that.
Surprised he didn't kick you out of the house. But how's it been like recovering that with the physios? Like what kind of process you've been through?
Just try to stay positive. It's obviously it's so tough. You know what I mean? Like every day, like we were talking about, just you're in the same gym every day. You're doing quite a lot of the same things every day, like building same stuff in the gym because you've got a program out, and then you have to wait a few weeks before you get onto the next stage if you pass a certain stage of strength in the other stages that you're building up. So yeah, it has been really tough, to be honest with you. I remember, like when you do it right away, people are like, oh, you'll be all right. And then, to be fair, Matty James, when I spoke to Matty, he was the best one to speak to because obviously Matty's done it, and he said, listen, mate, it's going to be horrendous. And I was actually happy that he told me the honest, because when I had the surgery, and I thought they'd chop my leg off or something, you know what I mean? It was like that much pain. I thought, and he was like, oh, he said it was going to be like this. Whereas other people who've never done it, they don't understand. They're just like, oh, no, you'll be fine. But then when you can't walk and you have to start learning to walk again and stuff like that, it's a bit baffling.
It's the first few days, like first few weeks, it probably are the worst because like there's no movement in it whatsoever, and it's so swollen and it's so painful and so stiff. But like the most you can do is literally like try and put it on a slidey surface just to try and bend your knee again and get that connection going again.
Weights hanging off your ankles to straighten your leg.
Just try and straighten it, and then you finally take the weights off and you go, oh.
Yeah. That's
also, you're going from being like super fit, training every day, to then sitting down at home being like demanding upon people. It's hard, like you say, with the kids there.
Literally, getting carried to the toilet.
Mate.
But then sometimes
it's actually things that people probably don't see is, like I was bedbound for 2 weeks. I couldn't get out of bed, couldn't go to the toilet. So when you're actually getting in the toilet, first time you get a shower, you've got a big bag thing on your leg, and you're getting chucked into the shower, getting lifted into.
Did you have a catheter on, did you then?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow,
so you couldn't get any water in,
Yeah.
Obviously where they have the plasters over the scars and everything like that. It was just a mad time, but hopefully I'm in a very good place right now.
Where are you now then? What stage of it are you?
Just started like doing the twisting and turning, running, getting close to sprinting distance.
What, 4 or 5 months is it?
6 months
You're
now.
6 months
so
now.
I've got another 3-4 months. Lucky to be back around December time in training. So it's been from where I was, you know what I mean? You've got to look back and see how far you've come, being able to do this. Like, I think you take for granted, you know, before you do something like that, everyday training. And I know one thing for sure, I won't be taking anything for granted. You know what I mean? Like, in terms like that, it's just like, even like from going to the stage of now being able to run again, whereas when you first do it and you have surgery and you can't walk, you've just got to keep looking back of how far you've come and keep pushing. It's hard.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's, like you said, sometimes you need to change the scenery, and you've just been away to Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai. Yeah.
Was that a bit of training and a bit of?
Yeah. So I went with one of my pals. So he does a bit of like, he's like a businessman, so he does his own thing. So he was in meetings and stuff, and I was doing a bit of my rehab out there, and then going for like meals at night time and that. But yeah, you need a different change of scenery for sure, because when you're in the same gym, like we were just talking on, can come like a lonely place and a bit draining, and you need like a different change of scenery, don't you? So
how painful is it when you get in the morning? So you'll be probably one of the first ones to be in the morning?
Yeah.
So you're first one in the morning, and then the lads start arriving, and then you know it's coming. The lads are going to make their way down to the training ground. You have to stay behind for a bit because you've got more gym work to do. Is it? Yeah. Does that hurt you every day? Does it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. You know, when you go on a week-to-week basis, when you train, and say you've got a Saturday, Tuesday, you're actually doing more work. I'm actually doing more work than I probably would do on a normal week, because I'm doing, like, I'll go in and then I'll do my rehab, like, stuff in the morning, like my glute stuff, knee extensions, etc. before I go out onto the pitch. Then I'll be onto the pitch, do all my running, so you do all your cardio, obviously now the twisting and turning that I'm on. And then you come back and then you've got to do loads of heavy leg weights. So you're actually doing like 2 basically gym sessions plus you're running. And then you try and fit in a bit of core, upper body, any little things along the way. You're actually fitting in like 3 or 4 sessions in a day.
The other thing as well, though, when you're injured, sometimes you got to worry about coming back too big. Yeah. Like, haven't you? You got to worry about coming back too strong, too big upper body.
Yeah. Obviously, I've got older and, you know, started like doing a bit, you know what I mean, like speaking to people. Like, you know, when I was younger, I probably wouldn't talk to a nutritionist as much and whatever. But when you get older, you realise these people are all to help you. You know what I mean? So I've been speaking to Dan, the nutritionist. He's been class. And yeah, it's been good. You know what? When you're younger, you think you can have a bag of chocolate and it doesn't affect you on a Saturday because you're 21. When you get a bit older, you start realising a bit more, and you can look at a bag of chocolate now and you probably put on half a kg, don't you? So
yeah, do you know what?
Don't do that.
Like, the common misconception as well, that like you see certain footballers think, oh, he's a brute, or he's an animal, he's a tank. There's not many that actually are, but everybody is strong nowadays, aren't they?
Yeah.
Everybody. You see players that they're slight builds, aren't they? They're slight builds, but because their glutes and their bum and their core and their thighs and quads are strong, mate, you can't get them off the ball anymore, can you? Everything's so much bigger and quicker, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. You know, like I'm just putting 2 in my head now. Recent ones like Elliot Lee, Jack Marriott. You look at them and they're just small, stocky, and the low sense of gravity. Yeah. Like, people don't realise, like, they just think, you know, if you're on a pitch and you're trying to knock them off the ball, these are like strong, like
units,
these are strong
mate.
people, and you're thinking, how are you not knocking him off the ball? He's only like small in height, but no, like they're like little pit bulls.
To be fair, I wouldn't think I'm getting it off Elliot with the size of his ass, mate. If I'm behind that, I ain't trying to move that full stop.
That's true.
So obviously, when you had the injury, did you get contacted by the owners?
Yeah, right away. You know what they're like after a game, though. You know, if you have a good game, you score, or you do well, there's a message off them, isn't there? So, yeah, as soon as I did it, there was messages off both the owners. And then as a couple of weeks are going by, Ryan's sending you videos, which is still a bit, it's still mad.
What videos are we talking about, mate?
just like funny ones, you know, just like ones he had like his daughter on one of them, you know, like beeping her out, pretending she's swearing and stuff. But so just like little laughs, you know what I mean? And yeah, it still looks a bit mad when you see Ryan Reynolds pop up on your phone.
Yeah. So we're sat in the Betty Buzz suite right now. Okay, so this is the place where when Ryan and Rob come, or any of the big sort of celebs come, this is where they're based, and then obviously you've got the little where they sit outside. Yeah. Have you ever been in here before?
I think I've been in here once or twice before. I don't actually know why though.
Man of the match?
It could be somewhere here, yeah. Or when we've been promoted,
we've
been over here a couple of times, haven't we?
Yeah.
So To be fair, I could have been in there. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I might have somewhere along the line, but I don't know.
Did you sleep in it?
Probably on the sofa over there.
To be fair, some of the lads did sleep in the stadium there. So obviously with the owner's involvement and stuff, that ties us in nicely with the Vegas trips. And how have you found it? Like the difference from the first year to even the last year?
How many Vegas trips have you done?
3.
And go on then. So ham it up for us. From the first one you went on to the last one you went on this summer.
Yeah.
Have they improved? Have they got any bigger and better or more glamorous?
No, I just hated them. Rubbish. I just wanted to go home right away, to be honest with you.
I mean, getting away with one with your missus is hard enough, but what about 3 in a row?
No, they're incredible, aren't they? You literally get treated like a king over there, don't you? You know, when you walk in and everything, it's hard to say unless you're actually there and you're doing it. It's hard to actually explain properly. Like, I don't think people understand like what it's like. You walk in, I think there's like times, you know, even if you've needed a wee and then the toilets are there, you've got a bouncer, like a big security man walking
taking you over
through, and people are looking at you like, who's this?
Yeah,
and it's
celebrity.
Like, just some little ginger kid from Gloucester just getting pushed through by security or going for a wee.
Ginger kid from Gloucester.
It's just
But you give it a proper go, don't you? Because I might have to delve into my archive and find a picture, because your eyes normally when we're in Vegas are like there.
Oh, you've got him. You've got her. Yeah, because they're not like guaranteed, are they? So once you're there and you're getting everything for free, and they're putting everything on for you, I think it'd be rude not to give it the best shot you can do.
Has it got bigger and better every year?
It's kind of similar. You know, like, it's hard to explain though. Like the first year when we did it, like, how does it get better? Obviously, we went on a plane all together this year, and it was just us on the plane. So that was probably the only difference. We stayed in the Bellagio, I think, in Vegas. So it was like a different hotel. But aside from that, when you go into the pool parties, the nightclubs,
It's all the same.
It's all the same. And to be fair, I don't think you can do it any better than what we did it the first year round. It's just, I think, Rob, when obviously he's there, he's looking at a few of us, obviously thinking, these are mad. I don't think he's been you. Still, like, you know, like, how some of the English like party and that stuff.
For context, right, the first year, they sent us a schedule, and it was like, right, this is what we were doing. I remember proposing it to the lads, and they're like, no chance. We are going for it every day and every night.
All day, every day.
And the guys were like, hang on a sec, I don't think you'd be able to do it. I think just put it on and just see what happens.
Yeah. And they were there as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
it was
I know, like, people obviously miss like maybe like one thing, but then you're getting everyone try to go for every single one. It's incredible, but I think that's what we've built over the years. You know, like the group and everything. It just shows, you know, like when we're partying together, like how close everyone was, you know, like, and it's just everyone's just wanting to be there together, and you just see lads just all jumping on top of each other. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's the key to it? Is that team spirit? Because we were in the changing rooms yesterday and we saw the current fines list, and one of the fines that's on there is not turning up for the Christmas do.
Yes,
and it's the biggest fine on the list. Yeah, it's a £500 fine for not turning up to a Christmas do, and that there is it's not just about the money, that is it? That's about everybody does it together.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's been key though, because I don't mark my words wrong here if I'm wrong. I think, like, obviously, you know, like some championship clubs last year went to Vegas as well, and they're looking, and I think there's only 8 or 9 people maybe turning up to, you know, and then you're getting every single person of us going, and you know, like on Christmas dues, I think it's like the same. Like, we need to keep everything together, because it's good to get everyone together, you know what I mean? See different sides of people from being out in football, and then you know what I mean, if you're on the Christmas do, and then you see a different side of people, and you'd be surprised how, like, teams can set off on a winning streak after Christmas dues. I've seen it before.
True,
so
it's non-negotiable. Yeah, I think
non-negotiable.
You know, two times a year, end of season, middle of the season, non-negotiable. What it does for that team bonding, it's massive. Who do you think is the worst drunk?
Straight in, Toes.
I've got one in my head, but yeah.
I've got one, but he's obviously not here now. Are we talking about current or
whatever
when
you've been there? Yeah.
Anthony Ford?
Yes, exactly what I was thinking.
When he touches vodka, it's game over, and he needs to go home. Fordy, yeah. Oh, I remember once. I'm not saying that. I can't say. But yeah, he was a shambles.
He literally needs a guide person to take him from the cab into the minibus.
His whole body just goes floppy. Like you literally drag it, and just floppy.
That's good, lad.
But even there, you would never have like experienced things like the Canelo fight if it weren't for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's unreal. Yeah, that was just a mad one. We were just at the pool party, and then Mexican weekend, Canelo were fighting, and we was like, oh, we'll try and get tickets. And I think Moles turned around to Jake, is it, and just said, can you get us tickets tonight for the boxing? And literally within about 5 minutes, he was like, yes, sorted. So we just had went, got our stuff. As we walked out, there was a Hummer limo waiting outside for us.
Oh my gosh.
And then we're just right down to the T-Mobile Arena watching the boxing, and it's just like, you know, when you're there, and at the time you don't really think much of it. You're just like, oh, come on, let's go. And then you look back and you're like, we left that in a Hummer limo. Like, who got the Hummer limo for us? Like, who did this? And it's like bang, and then you got unreal tickets. And
Good
then,
seats, yeah.
Yeah, just good tickets, and you're just watching. You're just there, and
Just sorted.
yeah, the ticket, it's had like the price on, you know, like the ticket of how much it'd be, and it was for free, and it's like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't take them things for granted. It's incredible.
Oh, it's class, mate.
You know, obviously when you signed, like, how did you find all the documentary and all that following you around?
Well, this is my first podcast, isn't it? So
We're honoured, mate. We are. We're honoured.
First player.
It's a bouter as well.
It is.
Honestly, you're bouting at this.
Genuinely is, yeah.
Yeah, no. It's obviously different. Obviously, people put themselves forward to go on it as much. I've not really done anything for the documentary because at the time I just, you know, obviously now I'm injured, but at the time I just want to concentrate on football, try and, you know what I mean, play the games, do well, and then try and keep winning games. And you know what I mean, that's the main thing, even though the documentary is brilliant and done well for so many other people, it's always been about just, you know, like football. It's your job's to do play football as long as all the other good things that comes. But yeah, I think I might do something for the documentary. I think the team's been on to me this year, so
yeah, definitely.
I'm getting used to speaking on a microphone, which is
it's
crazy
great.
out of my comfort zone.
You're brilliant. I think you're absolutely brilliant.
Likeable, mate.
Very,
You're
very
likeable.
likeable.
People want to see you. That's why we're lucky we get the access to sort of like show what you're really like as a person, because we love you, because you're top, ain't you?
To be fair, I used to drive in with Andy. It's have a bit of a laugh as well.
Yeah.
No.
Did you ever see a lion?
I think you might be lying.
Hey, it's good.
But no, even with the documentary. So just quickly, when you first signed, how did you find it? Because obviously it hasn't affected your performance on the pitch. But
no, I think you just get used to it, don't you? You know, with them being there, it is a bit weird at first. You know, like everywhere you go in, then there's cameras in the changing room, outside the changing room, and everything. But obviously, I think you can edit stuff off it, can't you? You know what I mean? If there's stuff to be edited off, because it does get heated at half time. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. I know, like the documentary's probably shown quite a bit of it, but there's probably a few other things which they haven't shown for the better. You know what I mean? Because you know, it's like you go in and your adrenaline's rushing.
Football,
you've got
mate.
lads, and it gets a bit heated, doesn't it? So, but it's good. It's always been kept under control there, which has been the best I've seen. Obviously, some changing rooms where it's fully erupts. You know what I mean? Where there's always been a lid, there's a certain line, and it never crosses it, and that's what I mean. Talking about how good we've been as a squad over the years.
Have you found this season then, Championship, from obviously you've had to watch it from afar, but the standard compared to being in sort of League 1, League 2?
It's weird, isn't it? Obviously the quality goes up. I do feel like you get a bit more time on the ball in the Championship. They respect you maybe a little bit more. You know, like the lower leagues, you know what I mean, when you're in it, you'd be surprised, like people quite often, like obviously Jimmy says about it, and you know, like when you go down the leagues, like you got someone constantly on your tail, like booting you and stuff like that. Like you get a bit more playing, you know what I mean, like in the Champion. And I think a lot of people who've had good careers actually struggle coming down, you know what I mean, because the football's completely different, because they're probably not used to someone constantly getting up behind them, booting their ankles constantly. They might, but the difference obviously is in the Championship, they're all athletic, they're all quick, strong, and you know, if you give a ball away, 9 times out of 10 they probably punish you as well, don't they? So that's why it's the Championship and it's the better level.
Nice, mate.
I think absolutely class, isn't it, Andy?
Incredible, mate.
Thanks, mate. Cheers for coming on.
Cheers.
Really appreciate it.
Well done, mate.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Top man.
Legend.